Hi everyone, I'm Sebastian and I work at Kmotion and I'm glad to present you our video series about our platform sexinsight.io. During this series you will learn everything that can be done on our tool and how you can use it to its full potential. Are you ready? Let's go!
So welcome back on our platform sexinsight.io, and in this video we will see how emotional mapping, alerting and insight wall works. So before we start, you can see that we are here on a demo project in the airline industry, which has been realized with public data from online review platform, and we can see that this project contains in total 1084 comments. So we'll start this video by clicking on the place module and then emotional mapping. This screen will allow you to visualize and compare at a glance all the physical places in your project. So when you get to this screen, you will directly find all the physical places in your project, and you will also see the associated emotional temperature. So as a reminder, the E-index or emotional temperature is an indicator that we have created in QEmotion, and it is represented by temperature that works as such. The higher it is and close to 40 degrees, the warmer it is, and therefore the customer experience is good. And conversely, the colder and closer to minus 20 degrees, the more dissatisfied your customers are. So let's get back to our example. We can immediately see that the physical location with the worst customer experience is the Paris-Roissy with 4 degrees. For the rest of the airport, it is rather homogeneous. So the idea is to look in more detail at one of the airports to understand how the customer experience is lived there. For example, let's take the Istanbul airport, which has a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. By clicking on success points and points to be improved, you can find out what travelers like and what irritating points needs to be corrected as a priority. So in this case, we can see that the 3 points we improve on the Istanbul airports are the waiting time, that it's too crowded, and the check-in. While the 3 points of success are building trust between staff and customers, the in-flight entertainment, and the staff posture. That's the whole point of this module. As you can see, in a few moments it allows you to precisely target a geographical location and to identify which are the priority work sites of this place precisely. Of course, the points can be placed at any scale on the map. On this example, these are airports, so the entire world map is represented. But if I go to another demo project for this example, let's take the bank demo, and then we can see that the locations are here bank branches and located at the national level of England. We can even imagine positioning different points within the same city, etc. Great, now that we have seen how emotional mapping works, let's move on to alerting. The operation of this screen is very simple. It allows you to set up email alerts when a verbatim matches the criteria of your choice. So how does it work? Well, it's very simple. You just have to click on the blue button, right here, create an alert to display the pop-up. So on this one, you can start by naming your alert, and then you can choose the conditions of activation of the alert. So for the example, I will choose a main emotion, like fear, for example, and then you have two choices. Either you add a new condition, and the alert will be activated when one of the two conditions is validated, or you can add a second one, which will activate the alert only if both conditions are validated. So for example, here I choose a theme of the customer journey, let's say on board the plane and the meal. So when a verbatim that evokes the meal express fear, for example for a risk of food poisoning, the alert will be activated. All you have to do is choose the frequency of sending this alert and the email addresses at the bottom that will receive them, and that's it, your alert is configured. To finish the video, I suggest you go to the Insight Wall screen. So this is another screen that you can control. It allows you to make manual queries on more specific topics that are not present in the project thematics. So for example, I can make a search on a current promotional offer or on a more restricted topic to see what customers says about it. Then it is possible to display these insights by e-index, by emotion, by satisfaction, NPS, etc. To do this, simply click on the Add Insight button at the bottom of your screen, and then when the pop-up appears, you can enter the keyword that interests you for this search. So either you want a very precise keyword, and in this case, you click on keyword only, or you let the AI, artificial intelligence, return the request to other keywords that will be similar to the one indicated. So for example, here I will enter the word great, as we have seen that it was an irritating point in the Istanbul airport. I click on next, and the algorithm will look for all the verbatims that are close to this thematic. And then you can select or not the verbatim if you think it's interesting for you or not. So for example, in this verbatim, the traveler is complaining because he had to wait 55 minutes. And that's it. I just have to finalize my insight by naming it and adding a description if necessary. And the insight is displayed on this famous wall. So we see that he has an emotional temperature of 11 degrees for our example. And that's it. That's it for this video. I hope you now have a good understanding of these 3 modules. If you want to learn more about the other features of the platform, you can watch the other videos of this playlist. See you soon on our emotional platform.